Good day! Today, we'll learn how to edit the colors of 3D models by adjusting UV maps in Blender. Let's get started. Blender is a free tool for 3D modeling. You can download it from blender.org. Choose and download the latest version. Now, let's launch Blender. Delete everything on the scene by selecting Objects and pressing X. To import our model, go to File, then Import and select FBX. Switch to Unity, find the model you need and drag it into the FBX importer window in Blender. Leave all import settings as default. As we can see, we've successfully imported the 3D model from our Unity project into Blender. Excellent! Before starting the editing, let's set up our workspace. Switch to the UV Editing tab and in the 3D viewport, select the Viewport Shading mode. If the button is not visible, scroll up the line with your mouse wheel. If the model appears pink, switch to Shader Editor and manually assign textures. Then return to UV Editor. In the UV Editor, rotate the model with the middle mouse button. Select the mesh with the left button. Press Tab to switch to Geometry Editing mode. Mode switching is also available in the top menu. Now we can change the geometry of the object by selecting vertices, edges and polygons. Undo an action by pressing Ctrl-Z. Enable the UV Sync selection function. This will allow us to see how polygons on the UV correspond to polygons on the model. Switch to the Face selection mode and use the Move tool to move polygons on the texture, changing the color. To create a gradient, change the UV mapping. Move the cursor to the 3D viewport, choose a suitable camera view like Y, press U and apply Project from View. To scale the unwrap, use Scale, pulling the red axis to the left or pressing S, then X to select the axis. Left, click to confirm changes. Now, by moving the UV on the texture, we see a gradient appearing in the desired area. Sometimes, for a clearer view, you can turn off the display of the grid, edges, and more by pressing Show Overlays. This way, you can better see the exact color outcome. Remember to turn it back on. Now we can move, rotate, and scale polygons to achieve the desired result. Let's say this variation suits us. Imagine we want to change the color of a specific part of the model that's not easy to select in the UV editor. For this, hover the mouse cursor over the needed part of the model and press the L key. We see that the part of the model where the cursor gets fully selected. Now we can change its position on the UV, thereby changing the color. To deselect, click on an empty space. Sometimes, you may need to edit the color of specific polygons. For this, select the necessary polygon and, holding the Shift key, add other polygons to the selection. Suppose the changes we made to the model are satisfactory. Let's move to exporting. Exit the editing mode by pressing Tab or choosing Object mode. Then go to the File tab, select Export and choose FBX. In the opened window, we need to specify the path where the 3D model will be saved. For quick and convenient work, you can export the 3D model directly into the opened Unity project. Do this by opening the project and dragging the FBX into the window. This gives us the file path and name. Next, in the export settings, select Selected Objects to export the object we selected and press Export FBX. Switching to the Unity project, we see that the mesh has been successfully replaced. Congratulations, you have successfully changed the colors of your 3D model. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us on Discord. We will thoroughly explain and help you if any difficulties arise.